I happened not to be at the meeting. I happened to have degrees in accounting. You know, I don't think anything they did was, but I've been on the Eggleston Township Board, private meetings. I've been on the Community College Board for 6 years. I've been on this board for 10 years. I'm very familiar with the Open Meeting Act. Mm-hmm. And I wasn't there. I can't say what happened, but from listening to people whom I have great respect for on that board, and there's a few of those board members that, you know, I don't follow the party lines. Mm-hmm. I look for talent and I tap it if I can. And listening to them, I think it's much to do about nothing. But other people feel differently. Okay? And that's fine. That doesn't make them wrong and me right. You know what I mean?
Difference of opinion, nothing.
Yeah. Did I answer your question? I forgot what the question was.
The question was primarily just about transparency in general.
Yeah.
And I think part of it wasn't necessarily that what happened in the meeting was wrong or bad. It was that they closed it for not an apparent proper reason.
Yeah, and I wasn't there and I couldn't attest to that. Exactly. I mean, you have to state the reason you're closing a meeting. You have to state the reason.
Right, and I think that was more the question.
And I wasn't there. I don't know, and to be honest with you, I didn't listen to the minutes to see if it was on tape. You know, I do have other things I do besides that.
And my question was more for just general transparency. Sure. What is your opinion about the time frame that you get the agendas? Currently, you get them only 2 to 3 days before the meeting.
Well, you know, and that's where the computer, and I understand that wholeheartedly. You're running a business, got 1,700 employees. Mm-hmm. You know, it's got almost a $250 million budget. And to have, I mean, you're always going to have things that pop up. Mm-hmm. When I get that budget, or get that agenda, I'm angry when an addendum is thrown at me. I think I have, especially with the computer today, I have ample time to research, look at what's on the agenda, ask my questions, and with that computer, it refers here, refers there. But how much can you go out and run a business of this stature without little things popping up? And when addendums come out, they better know the reason why. And yeah, it's, oh, you should have this a week in advance. Well, you know what? You should do your homework. I'm sorry.
That's right.
I'm used to operating that way, you know, and, you know, it's, again, if this were an election year, I'll bet a lot of that crap wouldn't be on the table. And I'm doing too blunt. You guys are going to throw me out.
Not at all.
My motorcycle's right down there, okay? And I'm wearing my helmet. Can you put that on?
I have one more question.
Yes, sir.
And that's your opinion on consolidation and cooperation.
I think it's not going to happen on any huge scale until it happens successfully on a lot of small scales, which it's doing. The water wars, you guys weren't around for that. I was chairman of the board at the time, and you had this municipality against this, and it was ugly. We now have a very unified water system that works. It took a couple years to put together. I think it needs to go beyond that, where you don't have one municipality able to hold the other one and have a county-wide system. I think that will happen in my lifetime. Maybe not in my tenure, especially because I'm up for election this year, but I think that's a reasonable goal. I think the public safety, all the little police departments, I think there's, don't quote me on this number, 15 or 17 different police departments, different police chiefs, different systems. I think that needs to be a real effort to consolidate some of that. I don't think it will work because of it will be well received because of all little fiefdoms that are out there, with consolidation. But consolidation is slowly happening. It's happening with the school systems. I watch Whitehall and Reese Puffer. They hired a top-notch business manager to do both. I look at the billing systems for water. Instead of every municipality who has a water system using a different billing system, Muskegon Township fronted that, now they're all using that system. That's consolidation. But it's got to happen slowly, a little bit at a time, successfully, to get over these people's fear of it. And there's Eggleston Township, and who was it, Muskegon or Fruitport? They shared the fire chief for a while. Those things are happening, but it isn't gonna happen on a big scale. It's gonna be a little at a time. This payroll system that the county is spending all these hundreds of thousands of dollars on, I foresee that as being what the ISD did when they paid all that money for the payroll. They're doing it for most every school system in the district. They can do it better, cheaper, and faster. And it saved, and I was payroll, I was a business manager there. You've got some experts in programming, experts in operating, and the training is there, so we don't have, you're using this, and you're using this, and you're using that. The systems all work, but it's the maintenance of the system and the trainings of 10 different systems. Have freaking one of them. Now, I can't come out and say that's where this is going, but I surely made sure it had that capability. If Eggleston wants to do their payroll like we do with equalization, you've got that opportunity. Because you're going to have to buy new software down the road. Mm-hmm. That's how it's going to happen, Eric. Mm-hmm. In my humble opinion. I'm not humble, am I?
I'm pretty sure I know where you're going with that, but just so that I have it for sure. Do you believe that the consolidation or cooperation should be forced or voluntarily?
I don't think you can force it. I think if you attempt to force it, you'll be forced in a position where I'm going to make damn sure this doesn't work. And that defeats the whole purpose. You have to change mindsets. Once you force it, it's never going to work. Because if you force me out in Eggleston to do payroll, I'm going to throw a monkey wrench in that, But you convince me it's the best way to go, I'm going to be making sure it works. If that answers your question.
That was exactly what I was expecting. I just wanted it.
Am I that transparent? Oh, yeah.
Yes, you are, actually. Good one.
Okay.
We covered a lot of ground today with you. In fact, you've been our most lengthy and informative interview. Is there anything else that you wish to add that we didn't cover?
I think you hit some of the highlights, and I think I was very frank about the tensions that happen around election times. I guess I'm a little disappointed, and I've been a huge advocate from the get-go that townships or counties should be nonpartisan. Partisan votes at this level, I think, complicate things. when, you know, the CIO hall was gonna tell people that they put in office how to vote. You know, and I'm a Democrat. I don't go down there because I'm not popular. Because I say, you know, this John Snyder's the best commissioner we got. He should be chairman. You know, and I've done that twice. You know, well, that doesn't make those people happy, and the reason they aren't is because it's partisan. I really think it is that the Democrats do a good job of representing those labor people who have the influence or have the good jobs that can pay the dues. Well, there's a whole nother group of labor people who don't have union jobs. Who's representing them? How are they using that money to buy politicians? You know, and that bothers me. Bothers me. And then they throw money against me. Not the Democrats, but labor. But in Muskegon, they're one and the same. You know, it's changing. And I feel I'm a very dedicated commissioner. I've started things that, by good fortune, are probably the biggest things to hit Muskegon. And this last weekend was a good example. Can I get a chairmanship of any board? I mean, I have a bachelor's degree in education, a master's degree in school administration, an EDS degree in public administration. I have a huge accounting background. I have 31 years in elected positions. I can't get a chairmanship? Why is that? I stepped on too many toes. They got 6 votes, or, you know, this is what the party says to do. I don't care what your color, your race, your age, your weight. Show me the beef, you know? Whoops, sorry. No, you know what I mean.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah, and I'm sorry, that was a bad joke. Anyways, that's it.
All right, thank you, Mr. Derezinski. We
Yep.
appreciate having you here today.
Okay.